Okay, get in here. Bear with me because I'm really tired. I'm dealing with this steroid crash. I'm sure you all know how that is. It has not been pleasant. I'm down to, I think, 5 milligrams now. Yeah. So after tomorrow, that'll be my last day on steroids. Thank God. I just can't even. So I want to get into that because I had a reaction to steroids that's never happened to me before. Not this bad. And that was like just the past week, I would say. And the doctor's appointment that I had in Virginia, I was so nervous about this because my ANA is negative. I did not have much faith that it was gonna go my way, basically. But it was great. So I wanted to fill you guys in on that. And I'm sure you saw by the title of this video, I'm trying Rinvoq, and this is an RA medication, but it's in clinical trials now for use in patients with systemic lupus with, I believe, moderate to severe disease activity. So let's get into the video.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining
This is
up.
what happened with the steroids. So I started getting really bad face swelling, and it was like getting red, and it just almost even felt like it was throbbing. So it was really uncomfortable, unpleasant. My face, I still have moon face from the steroids, obviously. This is also why I didn't want to wear any makeup or anything. I just wanted you guys to see what's going on because, like, wow. That was not fun. So my birthday just passed, and I just stayed home with my boyfriend. I did not want to go out of the house looking crazy like that. My face was so swollen. The other thing was that I gained a lot more weight than I normally would on steroids. So it usually is just maybe a couple of pounds, like maybe 3. My normal weight never usually goes above 135, and it got up to 144. So that might not sound like a lot, but for me, my weight is pretty stable, and it never, like I said, goes above 135. So that was weird. Not pleasant. It is going down, especially since I'm coming down off the steroids, but I'm still not thrilled about it. I just absolutely hate taking steroids. I avoid it at all costs. You guys know this. So, yeah, my face is still really puffy. It is what it is. It'll go down, and it has been since I came off the steroids, like I said, and the weight will come right off like it always does. It's just unpleasant to have to deal with. Okay, on to something more positive. I did have that doctor's appointment, and I really wasn't expecting too much, obviously because of the ANA negative situation. So I just was kind of expecting to have to go through a number of rheumatologists before finding the right one. And luckily that didn't happen at all. I just think that Virginia does have a pretty good healthcare system, and I didn't have any issues. She basically said that my labs look negative for lupus. That doesn't mean that that's not what's going on, and that she's not going to treat aggressively. But I'm also having a lot more symptoms of RA because I've always had a lot of overlap of rheumatoid arthritis and lupus symptoms. So, and I've tried all the lupus medications. The ones that worked the best for me were the combination of Cellcept, or you might be on the generic mycophenolate, and the Benlysta weekly auto injections. If you saw some of my older videos, then you probably already know that caused major problems. It caused severe depression, and they put me on a medication for it to like deal with that side effect, and it worked for a while, but then it stopped working. So I got Benlysta, and Cellcept was like the best combination. But I can't take it, unfortunately, for that reason. So I'm trying the Rinvoq. But again, like, this rheumatologist was really very good. She was very thorough. She's doing all kinds of x-rays to make sure that there's nothing, no like degenerative joint damage going on. Because you can see with my fingers where like this is starting to kind of point in the wrong direction, and you can just see it in my hands. Really, it's a very apparent at this point. Big difference from Florida, dealing with the healthcare system in Florida. I've had to message her back and forth on the patient portal a couple of times. She gets back to me really quickly, like same day, usually within an hour or two, actually. And I get to go back and forth with her directly. Initially, I had an appointment that was booked further out, but they had called me twice to get me a sooner appointment because I told them the situation I was in, which is actually triaging patients. I don't understand why this doesn't happen in Florida, but we're not even going to go there. I'm sorry for you if you live in the state of Florida and you're dealing with their healthcare system, because it's shot. It's really bad. I had a completely different experience here, and this rheumatologist is absolutely amazing. I have no complaints. I'm able to get appointments quickly. They were really good about knowing, like, hey, I just moved here, I'm in a flare, I really need to be seen. So that was awesome. They got me in really fast. I did not have the issue that I thought I was going to have, and that was so relieving. And I feel like here I'm never going to be in a situation where I'm not being properly monitored and I'm like neutropenic, like my white count is too low, or something is off with my labs and it's being missed because I'm not being monitored properly, like I said. So that is a big relief. Seriously. That was crazy to go through 6 months of recurrent infections because somebody dropped the ball. I mean, on to Rinvoq. Okay, I'm on 15 milligrams of Rinvoq, and I believe this is the lowest dose that they're starting me on. So it just comes in a bottle like this, and it has this like weird, it has this weird cap. So when you take it off, this part you use to cut the foil off the top, and the pill literally just looks like this. It's a lot smaller than the Cellcept. So I've been on it for a little over a week, and the information I was able to find and read about it was basically that for some patients, not all, it can start working for them in as little as a week. So it can be pretty fast acting, which is really nice. I have noticed an improvement in my hair, to be honest with you. It's looking a little crazy right now because the weather, it's like raining out and stuff, but I have noticed a difference with my hair. Of course, I still have a lot of that mid-shaft breakage, just like lupus hair situation going on. I'm actually going to be trying K18 Bond Repair and their shampoo and conditioner. So I'm going to do a product review on that, just because whether you have long hair or short hair, honestly, it's really not a pleasant symptom to deal with. And if there's anything we can find to like make this situation better, I'm definitely going to come on here and let you guys know about it. So I have not had any side effects from the Rinvoq, to be totally honest. It's only been a week. Something could come up, and if it does, I'll come on here and let you guys know. But like literally, I haven't had any nausea or nothing like that. And I noticed with all of the other immune suppressants that I've tried, I did at least have that wasn't even. There were a lot of side effects that I've dealt with all the other ones. But I definitely, with all of them, basically had nausea, and it got pretty bad, at least for the first few weeks. So even times where I had to stop the Cellcept, for example, and restart it months later or weeks later, when you come off it and restart it, even then I had the nausea like pretty bad for a couple weeks. So that's been really nice to not deal with that with the Rinvoq, I gotta be honest. I also am not having any problems with a decreased appetite. If anything, I'm having more of an appetite, which honestly is a pleasant change from what I was dealing with the Cellcept. The Cellcept was really making me have no appetite to the point that I really just couldn't eat. It was terrible. So that's also nice. You can take this with food as well. So if you want to take it on an empty stomach, you can. Personally, I don't want to deal with nausea, and it is an immune suppressant, so I'd rather just not. But I have, and I have taken it on a totally empty stomach, and I didn't notice any nausea really. Um, but that's also nice that you can eat when you take it. So something you can't do with the Celcept. I think you still can't have any like grapefruit or grapefruit juice while you take this, which is the same thing with most of the other. I know it's the same thing with Celcept. I don't remember if it is the same with Imuran or on the generic azathioprine. Yeah, I have not had any problems. The other thing I'm noticing is less joint pain and less fatigue, although I am kind of dealing with this steroid crash. So I have one more day left on 5 milligrams, which is like really, really low dose of prednisone. So let's see how I feel next week when I'm like a week off the steroids. And I'll definitely upload a video and let you guys know. Last weekend I didn't upload a video just because my face was so swollen and I was miserable and like moody. It was just not good. I mean, my face was really swollen. I probably should have come on here just to show you guys what was going on, but it was also like my birthday weekend and I just had a lot going on. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm interested to see once I come off the steroids how well this is actually working, because it can be hard to tell when you're on both how much improvement you're getting from this when the steroids are involved as well. So that'll be interesting. So I'm going to do a couple of product reviews this weekend also. And of course, thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I'm always trying to respond to comments as quickly as possible. Sometimes I'm working or doing stuff for school or whatever, but I do try to respond as quickly as I can. And stay strong, guys. See you in the next video. Enjoy your weekend.